Hey, what's up? So, today we're going to talk about someone, a little someone named Elliot Hulse. Oh boy, where do I even begin? um, okay. Before I get into all the big shit, let me go in a little background about myself. So 2016 or so 2015 wasn't the best year for me. I was 17. I had a lot of drama going on in school. I was beefing with my friend group. Wasn't doing so hot in terms of grades. I was having girl problems, and I was having troubles on the football team. I was a football player, and things just weren't working out for me. It wasn't the best year, like I said. So I was pretty insecure and pretty down on myself. And it was like that for most of that year. And New Year's Eve 2016, going into 2016, I didn't really have any plans. Like, all my family went out. It was kind of, they kick on it now. It's kind of sad. I was just home alone New Year's Eve, and my whole family was out. I think my sister was with her boyfriend, or she was with friends. And the rest of my family, they were like at like a family friends party. And I just stood home because I didn't want to like go anywhere. And so I was kind of like at home, kind of sulking. And then I was like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm going to work on myself this year. I made a vow to make 2016 my self-improvement year and just to work on myself. So I started working out, and then I started working out. Well, I was already working out because I was in football, but I worked out that night, and then I was like, you know what? I need to watch like self-improvement videos, I guess. And so I happened to stumble across our boy, Elliot Hulse. Now, I like Elliot, or I liked... At the time, I thought Elliot was cool. I'm like, oh, wow, this guy has like a lot of videos. He has a lot of advice. I was mainly watching his fitness advice, and then I watched him for about a week. I was mainly watching fitness advice, and then I started like kind of diving into his life advice. I thought it was good. He was mainly preaching like working on yourself. Don't focus too much on girls. This, like I said, this is like 2016. So I was delving deep into like 2014, 2013 Elliot. And like I said, I was watching him for a week, and then here's the thing. I was 17. I was a virgin. My goal was just to get laid, basically. And while I watched some of his dating advice videos, he said that he was with his wife at the time, but they had been together ever since they were 14. So he married his high school sweetheart, or middle school sweetheart, high school sweetheart, I think. Yeah. So they got married, and I thought, oh, this guy is happily married. Yeah, I'm gonna go look for someone else then. So yeah, my goal, like I said, I just want to get laid. I was a dumb teenager, and so I went looking elsewhere for girl advice. And so I kind of checked in on Elliot over the years. I never really watched him consistently. I kind of barely even watched him. Like I said, I watched him for like a full week, and then I moved on. But over the years, kind of popped in, kind of saw what was happening. And then last year, I saw the D'Angelo Wallace video that critiqued him. That was a good video. I actually have a whole playlist of Elliot Hulse stuff. I wanted to make like a similar video to D'Angelo, because oh boy, Elliot's something else now. But yeah, so I saw the D'Angelo video, and I hadn't looked at anything from Elliot at the time for a while. So I was like, oh crap. what's this guy doing? So I looked into him, and boy, oh boy, if you just look at this is all like recently, but at the time he was wearing MAGA hats. He was saying Trump is an alpha male. he's still kind of on that, but boy, it was it was bad. And he was saying feminism is like the worst thing ever. He's just, yeah, look at his hat. He was on something. So yeah, there's so much I want to say about Elliot. It's not even funny. Maybe I will make a a video, like a really long video essay. I was trying to think of the word. We'll see. I do highly recommend, if you haven't seen it, which I don't see. If you're an Elliot Hulse fan, you've probably seen this video. I highly recommend this video. The Rise and Fall of Elliot Hulse. I'll just go back. Yeah, The Rise and Fall of Elliot Hulse by Clayson Exercise. That's a really good video. Clayson's basically he was an Elliot Hulse super fan, and he watched him for years. So he was just kind of he dove deep into Elliot's progression over the years, because he's changed his content a lot. I didn't necessarily realize either. I kind of popped in, like I said, 2016. I think he was in a hiatus around that year. Clayson basically in that video says that Elliot's been in like 7 different phases or something like that. So it's interesting. This man, yeah, I think I will do a video essay on him. But today I want to go over a podcast he did. Okay. So right after I dropped the Xander Hall video, I kind of knew I wanted to make the Elliot Hulse video, but I happened to stumble. So I was watching in preparation for that. I was watching a bunch of videos on Elliot, trying to like remember what he said. I've been planning to do this video for a while. Let me just say that. And so I was going over everything, and then I stumbled across some videos I haven't seen from a channel called 21 Studios, and he was talking to this dude. I'll just click on one of them.
Triggered your audience.
He was talking to this guy. I didn't know who this guy was 2 weeks ago. Now I do. I was better off not knowing who this guy is. Let me introduce you to President Dream. Oh my god. I didn't know what the fucking Manosphere was. Now I do. And I don't know what's happening anymore in the internet or in life. It's so bad. So just this whole thing. Feminism is cancer teddy bear. Make women virgins again. Make family great again. Like, what the fuck, bro? And yeah, this guy, he's a whole character unto himself. I could definitely do a video on him, but I'll look into him more. But I saw 4 videos of clips of a podcast that was unreleased at the time. It's since been released. It actually got released on 9/11. I was gonna watch it then, but I've been a little busy, so we're gonna finally watch it today. That being said, Elliot has posted more stuff recently. There's so much content with Elliot. Like, I don't even know where to start. I kind of do, but he keeps pumping out content. Like, ever since the video we're gonna watch came out on 9/11, he already dropped like a 27-minute podcast with, I don't know who the fuck that guy is. He has an American flag right there, so I can imagine. He dropped this one. The Future is Patriarchy. I feel like that's a re-release. I don't know. Another 52-minute one. Find Your Inner King. A 1-hour one. He's just pumping out content, which, I mean, good for him. But at the same time, kind of, where do I start? So, yeah. And then he's been posting on his Strength Camp channel. He's been posting shit people ask Elliot, which I mean, I kind of want to go over it because he's talking about China and the Taliban, Afghanistan. He's like working out as he's giving answers, so I don't know how like in depth he goes there, but I don't know, man. Elliot's crazy. Okay, so let's get into this. Oh, another thing too. Oh, okay. Before we even start on the podcast, let's go over his Instagram. This man's Instagram is it's something else, bro. The left is totalitarian. Awesome. From PragerU. I just want to say, because on his Instagram, he's constantly promoting his what's it called? The King mentorship thing. It's like almost $1,000. He constantly promotes it, and the way he promotes it, he's like basically saying how the left has made society weak, or at least American society weak. So if you want to like not fall into those, if you don't want to be fucking deceived or brainwashed, follow me and I'll show you how the proper way to live your life. Elliot's happily married, and he's looked upon as a father figure to many, especially a lot of guys my age, anywhere from the age group of like 18 to 24, because he's a fitness coach. He's a strongman, but he was teaching a lot of his early videos were like fitness advice for athletes. So a lot of young athletes found him. I mean, look at Clayson, look at every other guy. I found him. So if you were like an athlete between any time in the 2010s and you needed like exercise advice, you probably stumbled across Elliot Hulse. So he has like he had a lot of influence on guys my age. It seems like a lot of his he doesn't get that much engagement. Yeah, his engagement's fallen way down. He used to get millions of views. Now he's barely breaking like tens of thousands. Even his Instagram is not doing so hot. Where's I going with that? Oh yeah. He's happily married. He's run a successful business over he has a successful business, even though I don't like the way it's ran, especially the last couple of years. But he's built himself a business, and he's very successful. So I'm happy for him as a person. Like, cool. I'm glad you made it, bro. But his worldview and his marketing tactics, it's really gross. And I don't like it. And it's contributing to, in my opinion, like, I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know how to gauge his fucking influence over anything. Does he have political power? I personally don't think so. His engagement, like I said, has fallen over the years. So I don't know if it's necessarily like that much, if I should even put like that much energy into this, like going after him, because his stuff isn't that, it's not that like, well, he's irrelevant basically. And fucking the rice gum, what rice gum says, he's irrelevant. So I don't know if it's like worth it to even get worked up over. But the stuff he says and his worldview, it's like, dude, what are you thinking? Like, yeah, like he's it looks like he's barely even breaking 10K, like 31K there, but he's not hitting numbers like he used to, not even close. So I don't know, but he has, I don't know how well the course is doing. I have to guess it's doing well, or it was doing well. I don't know. Let's just jump into this video. I've been rambling too much. Dude, every video on this fucking channel is like, what the fuck is going on? Okay, let's do it. So this is a 2-hour podcast. I'm not going to watch the full 2 hours. I think I'll watch... Here's the thing. I can only stream for like an hour before my computer fucking dies. It's not the most advanced technology. So I'll stream as much as I can. Or I'll stream as much as I can. And then I'll probably like skim through the video a little. But yeah, we'll get through as much as we can.
Boom. What's up, fam? Anthony Johnson here today with a special episode of the Redman Group. Welcome back to the show. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Today's a special episode live in my house with Mr. Elliot Hulse. He's an alumni speaker of the 21 Convention many times over. He's been in the Redman Group many times over as well. And he's a huge YouTuber, strongman, CEO, father, patriarch of 4, an amazing man. Welcome back to my house.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the show.
Yeah, nice to be here, bro.
How you doing, man? It's been a little while since I've had you on the show, and I've been at the events last year. What's been going on in your life?
I moved out to rural Florida, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, Lake County, about 40 minutes north of here.
Okay.
Kind of strange being in the city again. Traffic and cars and stuff. I have nothing but cows around me. All my neighbors have 4 legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. So that's eating up a bit of my time, planting some fruit trees, getting some livestock, and making sure my well's ready. I'm gonna get solar on my well.
Damn.
Just preparing for the apocalypse.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you, like, why did you...
Oh my god. Here's the thing. He's not fucking kidding about that. If you watch enough of his shit, he's dead fucking serious. God damn it, bro. I know a lot of people like fantasize about the farm life. Like, I just want to move in the middle of nowhere and have a bunch of animals around me. But like, is it that worth it though? I don't know. I'm not like a city boy, but okay.
Moved to the middle of bumblefuck nowhere in Florida and ready for the apocalypse. Talk to me about that.
It's been a long time coming. As things become more and more difficult, it's best not to be around a lot of people, you know, in these survival situations. So,
And before you were just south of Tampa, a big city in Florida.
yeah, it was in St. Petersburg.
Okay. Yeah.
So, yeah, we wanted to get out of the city, get into the country. COVID really exposed a lot of, you know, what we didn't want to see. You know, say 2020 is like perfect vision. You know, 2019 you kind of saw a little bit. By 2020 it was crystal clear. The schools are shit. I spent a whole lot of money sending my kids to school. The schools all went woke. They wanted my kids to come to school with masks on, with plastic around them and shit like that.
What? How was a mask going woke, bro? Dog. Oh my god.
That on top of a lot of the people, mainly Colleen's friends, people that she was endeared towards, she started to realize that they're fearful. You know, COVID really exposed a lot of fear in people, and we don't live by fear.
Yeah.
And so we wanted to get as far away
What? We don't live by fear. Okay.
from the scared people.
This preparing for the apocalypse, that seems like a fear-based lifestyle.
People that want to enforce, you know, a lot of what we're being forced to ingest right now. So we wanted to get into also being like a red county, right? Where, you know, the sheriff's got your back. And so the politics are a bit different. People there have more of the same values. It's good to be around people and that have the same values.
Lake County has a great representative called Anthony Sabatini.
That guy's awesome.
Yeah, I've met him a couple times. He's running for Congress now too.
Yep.
So yeah, he's a good dude. I'm thinking about moving to Lake County too. I almost did just for very, very similar reasons earlier this year. But I think next year, if we're not all dead or, you know, burning alive in the Holocaust.
What? if we're not all dead and we're not all burning in a Holocaust, what do these guys think is gonna fucking happen? What?
Yeah, but I feel you, man. A lot of this stuff. I mean, you mentioned masks and people trying to make your kids wear masks and shit. I see people today, even in Florida, where there's very little of this shit. You still see people wearing fucking masks. They don't have to wear masks. They wear them anyway. And when I see them, I just think they're like retarded. I'm like, this person
Dog, we're in a global pandemic.
is like slightly fucking retarded or something. Like, what are you doing wearing a mask?
Yeah.
So do you
Dog, we're in a pandemic. What the fuck? Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god. Well, I don't know what I haven't looked into the mask mandates and the stuff going on in Florida. I don't know if businesses have to wear it. Like, I work at a certain spot and I have to wear my mask. When I go to my school, we have to wear masks. It's like not that big of it. It's just a fucking cloth, bro. It's just a cloth. Some people look better with masks, not gonna lie. Oh my god. Okay, whatever, dude.
feel the same way? Like people just fucking retarded?
Oh, he's just being ableist right now.
Wear masks or what?
I wasn't privy to how brainwashed people were. I've always been kind of like a rebel and kind of against the grain.
Yep.
Even in school, I'd watch the kids that do what they're told and get good grades. Not saying that it was better to be rebellious and to be outside the box. But when this all unfolded, I began to realize just how intelligent people, smart people, high degree people, people that I have respected, all of a sudden they just swallow the media's narrative and they follow this fear line to such a degree that it almost seems like common sense has fallen out of their ear.
Yeah.
What is he talking about, bro? It was a global pandemic. What part do these people not understand? No one knew what the fuck was happening, bro. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's been really fucking nuts, man, but I'm glad you made the move. I know you talked about that too, even back in 2019 when I first met you, making a move like you'd planned for many years to Central Florida somewhere or something like that. I was out at Rich Graham's, which is pretty similar to where you live now.
Yeah, so he's about 20 minutes north of me.
Yeah.
And so that's how I got to explore the area when he invited me up there, and I realized, wow, this is nice. This is where I want to be.
Yeah. Yeah, so with moving out there, I mean, let's talk about that, shit in the fan. Like, what do you think is going to happen in the next 6 months, the next year in America?
Ooh, let's get into it, boy. I'm ready. Let's do it. I'm not ready. I'm going to cry.
Are you that worried? I mean, is that why the move happened? Or is it like it could happen any day, any month, any year?
So I'm not worried, right? But it's inevitable, right? Okay. So you could be worried and fearful about what's going to unfold, or you could be pragmatic about it. And I come from more of a practical standpoint, where it's like, it's inevitable. The signs are there. It's showing itself that we're heading towards some pretty dangerous times and strange places. Yep. And so that had a big part to do with why I wanted to move out there. Yep. Again, wanting to be around people that had the same values. That was a big part of it. Yep. Being around people who were freedom-loving people and getting away from.
Look, like, shit was pretty fucking scary, not gonna lie, during the summer of 2020. Like, I'm obviously pro Black Lives Matter, but yeah, the rioting and everything, it was pretty unnerving because there was a lot of like misinformation going around. The images you saw of the rioting and like cops fucking beating the shit out of people. In my even city, there wasn't like rioting, but there was like protests and cops were out full force. My friend, he was driving on the freeway and he saw like a couple of the National Guard trucks. So yeah, it was scary times. Even the election, like just the worrying of something gonna happen. But we seem to be like gotten over that hill. And yeah, COVID was really bad in December and January, but it's also really bad now. But there's not like a foreseeable, like, I mean, you can never predict like what's gonna happen, but things are like, for the most part, calm right now. Like, yeah, we got the stuff at the southern border going on right now, but even that's like in a contained spot. There's nothing really that, like, oh, it's crazy. Like, yeah, I don't know.
The cities and scare people.
Masses of sheep.
Yeah.
Your dad's pretty savage. He's
Yeah.
pretty.
Wait, what'd he say?
Freedom-loving people, and getting away from the cities and scare people.
Masses of sheep.
Yeah.
Your dad's pretty savage. He's
Yeah.
pretty, I would say pretty woke, but not in the retarded sense. Pretty woke in a good sense.
Mm-hmm.
What did he say about your move?
All this guy knows, this guy's only grammar is the R word. I'm not gonna fucking say it.
Let's talk a little bit about, you mentioned being forced all this crap. You mentioned the mask earlier, but let's talk about the zombie bite, the jab, the vaccine.
The zombie bite. This man just said the zombie bite. Wow.
All this crap.
Yeah.
What do you think about that going on? I mean, around the world, I'm watching it, and there's mandates for this shit everywhere. I see French police on camera and stuff walking around asking for papers in Paris and shit. In Australia, maybe you've seen that crap going on. They're locking down borders between states in Australia. They have states like America, sort of.
Yep.
And there's like borders now and shit. You can't even cross without your papers and vaccine crap.
Yeah.
This explanation is amazing.
So how do you feel about all that? On any angle you want to take it?
So back in 2002, when I was first getting started in my career, just started my family, I came across Dr. Mercola's website.
Oh, yeah.
Now, he just got wiped off the internet.
Oh.
But back in 2002, when Google just first came out, the internet was brand new, and I'm learning about natural health, I'm reading this guy's website, and he's talking about all the deleterious effects of vaccines. And that was important to me, or the jab, whatever.
Oh my God. Why do they not call it the vaccine? I really don't know. I should look into that. Whatever.
And so this is before I had children. And so I kind of take pride in it in a way right now where I couldn't talk about it to any great degree up until, 2 years ago. But I've been anti-zombie shot since before my children. So 17 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So none of my children received any of their help. All of our children were born at home.
Like, I get being hesitant for vaccines. Shit, when the fucking COVID vaccine came out, I was like a little hesitant to get it too. But I don't know, man. Like, for me, global pandemic, the vaccine seemed to be safe. If we wanted to get past this, the vaccine, it just made sense, and it was also responsible. What Elliot is saying, it sounds like he's been anti-vax for a while. I don't know who the fuck the doctor he was talking about. I'm gonna guess he was kind of not that qualified and maybe peddled some bad stuff, and that was why he went bye-bye, but I don't know. I don't know, man. Talk to your doctor.
Natural childbirths. My wife nursed them all into an advanced age, average about 2 years old.
Cool.
And so I had already been, anybody trying to jab me with anything or my family with anything, I don't care what it is. I'm just a skeptic of it.
Yeah.
Right.
Same.
I've done enough research and I'm convinced. So when this rolled out, I sensed that this was the medical tyranny that Mercola was talking about coming down the pipeline, where ultimately they're going to make it so that your life is very difficult if you don't follow their rules. You tell me about following rules, and that's the first thing I do is not follow it. You want me to get me to do something? Don't tell me not to do it.
Yep.
And so my mind was made up already.
Yep.
It's fascinating now to see all of the people, mainly mothers, a lot of mothers. Mothers are really pushing this movement for medical freedom, particularly here in Florida, because Colleen and I are involved with some of the organizations, Florida Medical Freedom organizations. These are women who have jab-injured children.
Wow.
So they're
Jab-injured children.
were well-meaning, following the rules, doing what they're told, but their children were injured by it, and then they woke up, and now they're rabid, they're fervent against it. So seeing this come down the line, they've already started.
But to what though? Is he talking about? He's not saying what. was it the COVID vaccine? Like, I don't think he said. Let's go back. Just to give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he said it.
You know, they were well-meaning, following the rules, doing what they're told, but their children were injured. Involved with some of the organizations, Florida Medical Freedom organizations. These are women who have jab injured children.
Wow.
So they were well-meaning, following.
I mean, I guess it's the COVID vaccine. Jab is so fucking lame, bro. Oh my god.
The rules, doing what they're told, but their children were injured by it, and then they woke up, and now they're rabid, they're fervent against it. So seeing this come down the line, they've already started. Sabatini, guys like that come together with these organizations and work to establish laws against us being forced to put any kind of experimental medicine in our body. Through my research on what we're actually facing right now, it's not even actually a vaccine. It's not. Yeah. It's not. It's something else.
Yeah, it's experimental therapy and all this bullshit.
Changes your DNA.
Yeah.
What? No. It just got FDA approved, bro. What?
Yeah. So it's pretty scary stuff. I'm convinced. Again, I don't know, and
Okay, if it changes your DNA, like what is it doing then? Oh, it changes your DNA. Okay, what is it doing? Is it giving you cancer? Like what is it doing?
Maybe I'll get called out on this a year from now or two, but I'm convinced it's a death shot. There is a plot to depopulate the planet.
I agree.
The globalists.
Oh my god, we've lost over 500,000 people in. Probably, isn't it like 600,000 more? How many people have we lost to COVID? Oh my god. Oh my god. I hate this guy. 685,000 deaths. He thinks it's a death shot. Dude, COVID-19 is a fucking depopulator of the planet. What are you talking about? Does this guy, he doesn't think COVID is killing people. I don't think. I haven't heard him say that, but I wouldn't put it past him if he thinks that. Oh shit, really? 4,055,000. 4,055,000. I think. Is that how it goes? I don't know. Dude. Over 4 million deaths. And he's talking about how the vaccine is a depopulator. This guy is something.
They're tired of us, the amount of benefits they have to pay out for our entitlement programs. Really, we become more of a burden on their system than on the earth.
If that was the case, they wouldn't give us the fucking vaccine because it kills the elderly. What are you talking about? What?
They say that we're destroying the earth because we're eating and farting. The fact is, they're just tired of us and they also know that they can automate everything with robots and technology.
AI,
right?
Shit,
yeah, AI. They really don't need us.
Yep.
So what do you do?
I was bought into the Andrew Yang AI thing, how he was pushing for that. I've since gotten over that. I think COVID really grabbed me and threw me straight on into I guess like I said, I'm not a socialist or anything like that. I guess I'm a sock dem, but it just threw me into okay, you really need to learn what's actually happening in the world. So studying history, studying society, studying stuff like that. So where was I going with that? I forgot. I don't know. So I don't really care. Oh yeah, I don't really. Not that I don't care about automation and stuff, but people are still working as cashiers. It's not that bad, or I don't think it's gonna be as bad as we think it is. I don't know. I should do more research into that, but what he's saying is just batshit crazy.
So when the slaves are more of a burden than a blessing, you gotta get rid of them.
Yeah.
And so it's of my opinion, this entire
we had slaves for over 400 years. And while, yes, many of them were a burden to their owners, they had, like, causing rebellions and shit, they still didn't get rid of it. What are you talking about? Like, they didn't, like, fucking mass kill the slaves. Well, I mean, fucking, like, this is, that's a messy topic. But, dude, what are you talking about?
scenario has been purposefully rolled out as a means to exterminate.
Yeah.
And we're only going to see it. We're going to see, I'm convinced that we're going to see the fruits thereof.
Yep.
One of the main side effects has been reproductive issues.
Okay.
These women are taking a shot while they're with child.
Yep.
Spontaneous abortions all over the place.
Yep.
Wait. That'd be a miscarriage. What? We gotta fact check that. Doctors are extremely cautious about what they recommend during pregnancy, so the original advice was to avoid the jab. Oh, why are you calling it the jab? But now so much safety data has become available that this advice has changed and the vaccine is now actively encouraged. Yeah, it would make sense why they'd recommend, like, hey, maybe don't get it or wait. Only 0.1% of the total dose ended up in the animal's ovaries. They did it with rats. Using bubble fat containing the virus's genetic materials, which kickstarts the body's immune system. So this is the false claim. Biodistribution data shows massive accumulation of ovaries of the LNP, which instructs cells in ovaries to sprout toxic spike protein. Whoops, that was never supposed to leak out. We have obtained it via FOIA. I don't know what FOIA is. Request. The CDC never told you about this one, did they? Okay, if you see a fucking, like, something like this, debunking it, that's all, like, sassy or just, it looks like this, is probably bullshit. I don't know, man. I'm not qualified to fucking look into this shit. Like, what? And neither is this guy, so.
Even prior to getting pregnant or having children, these women are taking it and
infertility and shit.
Right, this infertility. This is essentially what they're trying.
Hey, if you get COVID and your dick stops working, should have got the vaccine.
Roll out, so
And who
they
the
stop
fuck,
breeding.
who the fuck knows 10, 15, 20 years from now what it's going to do? If you're even alive, who knows? Like you're saying, like maybe get called out. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
I'm just like, get the fuck away from me. I don't want it.
If we get called out, what?
I don't need it. I don't have any understanding why the fuck you think I would need it.
Right.
Like, the thing
And
is,
if you're
like,
afraid, then you take it.
yeah,
It's
for
okay.
sure. Yeah. I'm still going to make fun of them. I think it's retarded.
I mean, you still pass it on, dude. These guys don't fucking, okay. You could argue with these guys and be like, well, it's for other people as well. And then they're going to hit back with like, well, that shit's bullshit or something like that. They're going to just deny it. Like, it's not even worth engaging with these guys. Oh my God. Like, for me, if you don't want to get it, hey, we can't fucking force you. But at the same time, like, you're accepting whatever is going to happen to you then. You're, like, if you pass it on to someone, that fucking sucks, and I feel terrible for whoever you pass it on to. But if you choose not to get it and they're in the mindset of these guys and you happen to get it, then hey, whatever happens, it's on you, bro. It was your decision. So, because that's where we're at now. It's either you get it or you don't.
retarded. I mean, like
Yeah.
it's not like you're saying. It's not in any way a classical vaccine.
If he ends up in a hospital with a ventilator, look over and be like, should have got it, bro. Oh,
At all.
No.
Other vaccines, whatever you think of them, it's typically like the virus or whatever the thing is damaged or whatever. They inject it into you so your body develops a response to it. This bullshit is something completely different. That's never been done before.
Right.
Yeah, it's sick, man.
Yeah.
what is he?
Yeah, I think too that I don't know exactly what it's going to do, whether it's going to like destroy the world population or it's just going to slowly make everybody infertile or something like that. Who the fuck knows?
Have you seen the VAERS website where they show all the adverse reactions? This is the CDC has had this website up for decades. It's not something new. But if you go there, you can get firsthand information. Even though the numbers are probably a bit skewed, they're showing you that the adverse reactions and the deaths
It's a government website?
Yeah, VAERS, VAERS. I think it's like vaccine adverse reaction, VARES, whatever.
Yeah.
So it's out there. People. I was talking to my daughter about it yesterday, and this whole push to try to mandate it and make everybody have it right now, I think is because they need to get us all inoculated before.
It's because the numbers are. It's because the numbers are up. Hospitals are overcrowded and people are dying, dude. There's not that much to it.
The masses wake up and they're privy to what's going on. So the people who are not taking it are a threat to their plan, because if you got half the population that's like, all right, they're sick and they're on doom's door and they're going to die, like the other half that are like, okay, you didn't get us yet. They got to find a way. So how do
Bro, what?
they get us? Well, with the laws, right? New York City, you can't go to restaurants and whatnot. I heard you say something about Australia and the checkpoints. I heard that Biden is proposing to create interstate
He
checkpoints.
specifically said, I don't want to do that right now because it'd be too controversial. It's like, motherfucker, dude, put too controversial. I ain't putting up with that shit. Like, period. Like, that shit's sick. Like, I have a right. If I want to go to Georgia, the fuck are you to stop me?
Right.
You know, or Alabama or whatever the fuck, or get on a flight or something. That's sick, man. It's really, and now yesterday he was pushing for corporations to push the vaccine, to mandate it, to the zombie bite. I keep saying the facts. Yeah, it's sick. It's fascism, really. They're partnering with these corporations to force people where they work to get the vaccine and shit. The vaccine, fuck. That's our.
He has no idea what fascism is.
This new variant, apparently this new variant is only showing up in people who
I've heard,
have taken it.
You know, what makes me so suspicious about it,
What? That's a new one.
you know, I've never been into, like you know, the jabs anyway over my life. I just stay the fuck away from them. Leave me alone. I don't want them.
Yeah.
And I don't have any kids yet, so I haven't crossed that threshold, but probably the same. Just leave me the fuck alone. My kids doesn't need shit. Get the fuck away from me. Especially, you know, this mandate crap, all that. But what made me so suspicious about this one is the level of aggression and hostility we've seen with it to force everyone to get it. That whether in
So we're in a global pandemic.
the countries, some of them like France and Australia, they're just forcing you to get it, period. And in Australia, you're on a fucking island. The fuck are you gonna do? New Zealand's the same thing.
Right.
Australia is as big as the fucking US, bro. What are you talking about?
In France, you know, you're kind of fucked too. In America, they're not there yet, but they're just using corporations to do the bidding of what the government would do in another country. And I'm, you know, 32, I'll be 33 tomorrow. You're a little bit older than me. I've never seen anything like that in America in my life, ever. There's been nothing with this level of absolute hostility and aggression that's just nonstop, the propaganda. There's nothing
We're in a global pandemic.
like that. When the flu comes out back in 2009, the H1N1 crap, no one fucking cared.
Right.
I don't even know if there was no jab for it later, but even if
Because it wasn't as contagious.
there wouldn't have been any of this like absolute fucking control. You do what I tell you.
Right.
You know, your
For
body.
99% survival rate.
It's sick.
Actually, I think I got the H1N1. I got sick from that. Not like at the time, like 2 years later, because it was still kind of circulating. Because I'm pretty sure it became like a seasonal thing. Or not like a seasonal thing. I don't know. I got pretty sick a couple years back. Going on 10 years ago now, I think.
People aren't questioning.
Yeah.
They're just taking this narrative,
Yep.
hook, line, and sinker. Like, where is the...
Okay, I'm bored. They're talking about Afghanistan at one point. I want to hear that.
Right.
My buddy Jeff Younger, you saw speak at Jesse's event. He's fighting in Texas, of all places, for his son not to be castrated by the mother, who's a medical doctor, and the court's okaying it.
Right.
He's been fighting for fucking like 7 years or something now.
Wait, what?
I mean, that shit, of course, would never happen in Afghanistan or Pakistan or any of those
Right.
places.
Whoa, where are they going?
Children, get out of here. Let the men take over, and we're going to fight. Think if we ever had to face that. We can do the best that we can. Of course, we can't fight with them drones and bombs or whatever it may be. But planting people like they've done for the longest time. Even the BLM riots, I'm not convinced it was all black people. Black people were following along and just being knuckleheads a lot of the time. But there was these Antifa thugs that were all dressed up, the ones that were planting the bricks. And they were planted there in order to make it more than it really is.
Giant pallets of bricks showing up in all these cities.
Right.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Right.
No one talks about that anymore.
No.
That was like a year ago.
Keyshawn that lives up in a tenement house.
Yeah, because the writing and stuff stopped. What?
He's not, these SWAT teams, I like to call them, that are coming and knocking on the doors right now, mainly in the cities, to inquire as to whether or not you have your shot.
Oh, yeah, I heard
The
that.
next step is going to be, has everybody been vaccinated here? Okay, good. Are there any weapons in here?
Yeah.
Are there any firearms in here? Is there anything that we need to know about? And they're going to be going door to door to confiscate.
Yeah. Yeah, I ain't putting up with
What?
that. My shit ain't going off that. The only way that's coming off the walls to get used.
Right.
So
we have a
Oh, I didn't realize you had a gun right there.
big decision to make at that point.
Yeah.
It's kind of like do or die, right? And it's not going to be, the military is not going to save us.
Yeah.
It's going to be us. It's going to be, dare I say, because this video is probably going to get flagged anyway, the American militias.
Yeah.
And the Second Amendment, people
There's some fat fucks in the American militia, bro. They ain't gonna do shit.
forget, is specifically about creating militias.
Yep.
It's our responsibility as a free people in this republic to be a part of a well-trained militia.
yeah.
And so those are the first people that they're going to want to take out. But it's really, if we don't do it, then we're fools.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, we're fools and we'll get what we deserve one way or another.
Bro, like, I'm all for learning self-defense and firearm safety. But I don't know, man.
Yeah, I'm a live for your die kind of guy. I think that's where you're going with that live for your die.
Yeah, I've been talking about it with my children too, you know, and I'm like, look, if it comes to the point where they're knocking on the door and they've got weapons, that it might be the end of your dad.
Yeah.
Right, because I'm not gonna let them take you. I'm not gonna stand down.
Yeah. That's
Bro, what?
This is where moving into, you know, a county where, and in a neighborhood where there are like-minded people, we can band together. We can do the best that we can. Of course, we can't fight with them drones and bombs or whatever it may be. But
F-15s
check out the Taliban, though.
Yeah.
I can't help but say, I'm now going to get a lot of flack for this, probably this whole video. But I can't help but be in awe of the Taliban.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
These are farmers.
I put out a tweet like that too. I was saying this is what real, you might hate their beliefs and a lot of what they do, but they're real men.
Yes.
This is what real men do.
Yeah.
At least in that context, right?
Yes, they're soldiers and they're good at what they do. That we could concede. But these people have a horrible ideology. These people are fucking in the Stone Ages. These guys are genocidal. So to be in awe of them, like, dude, come on.
They're primitive, fucking barbarians that fuck goats half the time, but they believe in what they believe. They believe in their religion. They believe in fighting for, like, at least to get the fuck these, we're Americans to them. We're foreign people to them. Why do they want us there? They don't fucking want us there. You gotta be kidding. They're heroes to the local people there. To us, they're dirtbags, but to the local people, they're probably fucking heroes and patriots.
The people love them. The people actually love them because they're actually creating stability.
Some do, some fucking don't. That's why people try to get out.
Yeah.
I watched this video that gave me the history of the Taliban because I want to know what was really going on there. And ultimately, American funded their missiles, ground missiles, so that they could take out the helicopters.
We used to give Osama bin Laden like weapons and shit and money back
to fight the Russians.
The Russians, yeah.
And so an entire generation, the way that militia, they're a militia, called the Mujahideen. The Mujahideen militia.
He's doing Xander Hall and giving a very mediocre history.
Was created by fathers. So these are men. Muslims have babies.
Yeah.
So these are men who have.
What?
I've got my 5 sons and my 3 daughters. They're like, all the kids, all the women and the children, get out of here. Let the men take over, and we're going to fight. Think if we ever had to face what they faced, which is an empire bearing down on them. We would send our kids somewhere safe, right? Or at least we would hope to. This is what these men were doing. They're like, all right, we don't want our children to face this. The men have to go off for months and years at a time to
It's because the fucking Soviets were slaughtering them. It was a bad war.
For a few months, I can understand invading.
Sure.
Then he fucking left. Duh. Why the fuck were we been there for 20 years?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's
right.
sick.
To fly the rainbow flag and to bring all of our wokeness and feminism.
You know what I've been thinking?
That what? Okay, whoa.
You know? I mean, if Osama bin Laden was there, assuming all that shit went down the way it did, you know, for a few months, I can understand invading.
Sure.
Then he fucking left. Duh. Why the fuck were we been there for 20 years?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's
right.
sick.
To fly the rainbow flag and to bring all of our wokeness and feminism.
You know what
Dog, what? No.
People are not putting up with it. They're patriarchs. These are manly men.
Yeah.
I mean, in the face of these, and all their leaders are about my age right now.
Wow.
I'm watching them. I'm like, yeah, it's like a 40-year-old guy. So it was 1979 that they all went to Pakistan, and I was born in 1979. These guys are not putting up with any of our postmodern feminist ideals.
Dog. Get the fuck out of here.
Why the fuck would they?
Right.
It's going to kill our country. Why would they want that there?
Right.
I mean, for any number of reasons.
Our country's doing fine, jackass. Shut the fuck up.
They have a moral code.
Yeah.
They're religiously conservative. The conservative religious people, that doesn't really exist here
Who oppress women.
any longer.
Yeah.
Because Marxism's stated goal is to eliminate religion.
Wow.
So we have nothing even to fall back on. These people, they want to
What? No. Oh my god.
die. They want to be martyrs.
Yeah.
I watched one video. They were like, we're not saddened by injuries. We're not saddened by death.
Oh, I know exactly what he's talking about.
You cannot phase us.
Yeah.
We'll take the bullets. We'll take the...
That's just propaganda, bro. These people fucking, they're human beings at the end of the day. They're probably fucking, they probably have severe cases of PTSD. These guys are fucking a mess probably inside. Oh my god.
bombs. We're just going to keep going.
Because they believe in what they believe. In America, it's Jack Donovan put out a newsletter yesterday, our buddy Jack Donovan, speaker, 21, author, great author. And he wrote that what they're trying to do now is basically in the West and in America through this, they want to destroy all values like religion, like family, like patriotism, like nationalism, like freedom, like the Constitution, like our history, everything. So, you know, the empire of nothing, he calls it. No values for anything.
Right.
Which is, I think, hitting the nail on the head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's so sick, man, how this all goes down.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's anti-life.
Yeah, bro, this shit just sucks. It's just scary, you know?
Yeah, for sure, 100%. Yep. He actually, Jack Donovan mentioned something too in there that I thought you'd find interesting. So Jack Donovan is not a Christian or anything like that. He's not religious, but he believes now that everything that we're seeing, if I understood him correctly.
Wait, so he's not religious, but he's scared that we're trying to take religion away and values? Okay, dude.
He literally, it's lightness versus darkness, light versus dark. And I think he's right.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever your religious background is, that seems to be what all the shit is dividing down to.
Right.
Positive, negative, light, dark, everything, you know.
That's such a simplistic way of looking at the world. Dude, the world is so fucking complicated. God. People dumb stuff down or try to simplify it so much so they avoid the nuance of situations. But if you really want to help the world and people, you can't do that.
There's a schism in like every fucking group, you know, in a lot of the world right now. Like the sheep stuff, for example. Who's a fucking sheep? Who's fucking not?
Oh, yeah.
Who's getting the jab? Who's fucking not? Even Christians, right? You have all these woke feminist Christians. Even Mormons are feminists. I mean, I was out hanging out with Tanner in Utah a little while ago, and that to me is just fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That's almost like the Amish having feminists. Like, you can't be fucking kidding me, right? So yeah, it's all this in the Republican Party too. You see like these hardcore America First guys versus these neocon rhino fucking establishment losers. So it's all this huge light versus dark schism. Do you have any thoughts on that too? I mean, you've talked about Satan on some of your videos lately. Like I was going through some of your recent videos, Satan's final battle. You've also said previously at 21 Convention that feminism is from hell, which I agree with 100%.
What?
So do you see this all as like a lightness kind of darkness kind of thing going on?
a more practical way to look at it is order versus chaos.
Okay.
Right.
He's pulling from Jordan Peterson. Jesus Christ.
And
okay, I'm done. Man, I wish this thing had timestamps. Elliot Hulse is exhausting, bro. I don't know what else to say. I don't know. I don't have any expectations from him. I know Clayton Exercise said that he goes through phases and that he changes his character. But he's gone down so far, like he's gone down the fucking conspiracy theorist, Trump, fucking he's just down the rabbit hole, bro. I don't know. Yeah, and part of me thinks I really do think he's grifting, but at the same time, it's just what he really believes, I guess. I don't know. He talks to people who like already agree with him or don't really look up to him so much that they don't push back. The only person I've ever seen push back on him is the fucking guy from Playing with Fire, the fucking pickup artist guy. In this interview, he kind of like pokes back on his like, I think his feminism. He pokes back at like his views on feminism and his views on like relationships. Because Elliot thinks you should just like get married and have kids, and this guy's like, well, maybe date around. I think that's what he said, but he pushed back on him a little, which I was like, out of fucking everybody, this guy. So I don't know how I feel about this guy. We'll dive into him soon, I think. But that's it for today. I would like to see Elliot go talk to anyone who's left adjacent or just something. I don't know. He is a community thing. Oh my god, what am I doing? Is the community feature on this thing? I don't think so. Oh, it is. Okay, he posted something. The Donald won major host points when he dropped this pill at the UN. He's just recycling posts and I guess he posted something really egregious like a week or two ago. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Interviewer, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Me. Fucking this dude, he talks about the apocalypse and stuff like that. I think in that interview we didn't go over it, but he talks about how like his generation, like him and fucking the President Johnson or President Dream guy, how they're like men of words, and how the generation that their audience basically, people my age, are the men of action, and how we're gonna like basically kick off like the revolution or whatever the fuck they think is gonna happen. Dude, shut the fuck up. You're not gonna do shit. You're not gonna lead some fucking revolution, dude. Chill the fuck out. Go chill in your ranch. He's a fucking millionaire. I'm pretty sure he's a millionaire. Talking about how like, oh, society's gonna tear itself apart. Guys like me are gonna go out and fucking kill each other for God knows what reason. He's just talking out. He's talking out of it. Can't talk. He's talking out of his ass. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll make a fucking video essay on this, because there's so much to say about Elliot. And he's just, honestly, he's the gift that keeps on giving, because he keeps on pumping out content. Yeah. Maybe I'll do more stream videos on him, because there's like so much. Like we could probably finish that 2-hour video, but honestly, it was kind of boring. I don't feel like wasting any more time on that. So, yeah. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for watching.